Hello, my name is Dr. Apollo. We're here to discuss the continuation of our subject. Today we will be discussing algorithms. So, to have an introduction, what is algorithms all about? Algorithm is a special term, technical term, which means equivalent to recipe or step by step or procedure. That's the layman uh, uh, analogy or synonyms of this word, no? It's a process, no? It's step by step, no? Because program is done step by steps. Algorithm is associated with the word data structures because from these subjects, these algorithms are taken or this is an old term but adapted in computer. So that's a step by step process. Okay, so history of algorithm. So the term algorithm is derived from the name of the Persian mathematician Muhammad. Oh, by the way, this is my website now. I created this one for you. Muhammad IBN Musa al-Khawarizmi, who lived during the 9th century. They are actually computer is a product of mathematics thinker, no? Precision, accuracy, speed, no? His works introduce Hindu-Arabic numerals and detailed systematic methods for solving equations, which became foundation in mathematics. So this is his work actually. The formal study of algorithms began much later with the advent of modern computing. So the concept was started before and then uh, continued during this contemporary period. In the 20th century, there is a scientist named Alan Turing. So known for Turing machines, and Alonzo Church laid the groundwork of algorithmic theory. Is a mathematical. Actually, computer is Alan Turing developed mathematical computing, and which is the basis of uh, modern computer, particularly in the context of computability logic. No? So we have Donald Knuth says that Donald Knuth is an author, no, of algorithms. So definition of algorithms. Let me expound. So it's a finite, well-defined set of instructions. So meaning because it's associated with a computer, no, so instruction or rules designed to perform a specific tasks to solve particular problem. So that's how uh, computer is actually doing to solve mathematical problem. Algorithms. So what's algorithm now is a finite. That means specific sets of instruction. No? Algorithms are the backbone of computer programs and are used to process data. So what are those data? Data, for example, database. These are data arranged into something specific according to the instruction. Maybe a instruction like get the sum or get the difference or the mean, average, mean, median, mode. No? So statistics or trigonometry, so things like that. Or arithmetic, perform calculations, automate reasoning, and more. So that's exactly algorithm is all about, no? A specific task, no, to perform. So the algorithms it has properties, no? Input as a zero or more inputs, output produce at least one output. So input there are many inputs, no? And then there's also control, another sets of input. No? Definiteness that means exactness. So exact number, no? Each step of the algorithm says clearly and unambiguously. That means clear. Unambiguous is clear, no? So defined, clearly defined. So computer does only what you instructed to do. Computer will not do a thing that is not it was instructed. And then we have a finiteness. Finite means exact. The algorithm must terminate after a finite number of steps. For example, you set it 1 to 10, so it will stop at 10. So like that. Okay. Effectiveness. So each operation must be specific enough to be performed. In principle, by human using pencil and paper. So computer is effective because you can reuse the instruction. So that's the essence of a program. If you run, it will run forever. No, as long as you press it, will do the same exactly what you instructed it to do. So that is the essence of the computer, and the output is the same standard. No? The precision, the thickness, the texture. No? So that's computer. Types of algorithms. So don't just be uh, not just let's take it in face value. But in reality, these are is a deep concept. No? So we have brute force algorithms described. This algorithm try all possible solution to find correct one. Like because there are many ways to solve problem. For example, linear search is an unsorted array. So that's a task the instructed computer to do, to search and then to sort. No. So what's an array? The because computer we fed computer a lot of numbers, inputs, words. No. Computer will just read and read them, then save them in a certain area. We call it cells. No. And then we process them. No. Then we read those and then according to the instruction. So the computer will exactly do. No. It will take average, mode, median, things like that. So applications solving puzzles, password cracking. No? Okay, greedy algorithms. By the way, it's just a citation from this book. Greedy, we have another greedy. Remember the first brute force, then now greedy. Brute force before now greedy. So this strategy makes the locally optimal choice at each step with the hope of finding the global optimum. So so that is this we call it greedy algorithms. No? Okay, so because more on search, the optimum means uh, no more, no less. No? Exact. So exact example, Kruskal's algorithm. This is very famous, no? For finding minimum spanning tree. So in mathematics, there's a things, no? Tree traversing from parent, then it has children left and right, and then children, it has another children left and right, binary search, so things like that. No? Application resource allocation, scheduling problem. So these applications goes to operating system actually later on. And then we have divide and conquer is a strategy. That means big program will be divided into small manageable tasks and then do it separately and then combining together. So that's the strategy of computer. So the problem is divided into small sub problems, solved independently, and then combined. So yeah, it's pattern with the way for example we craft a building. So we put people who will do this the foundation, and other people will do the design of the wall, no, ceiling, tiles, no, and then put them together, no, to become one. Just like a vehicle, no. We'll just assemble them. It's already done by separately. So that is we call it divide and conquer. Example, merge sort. It's a sort and then merge, and then big data. It's a kind of sorting technique, no? It's merging. Big sort later, no? Merge sort or simple sort, no? It's more on sorting. So going to databases. Application, sorting algorithms, binary search, no? So this is for sorting. Going to search. Remember, search is a big program. Application in the online or chat GPT when you search. So that's actually uh, sorting algorithms. Bubble search, quick search, quick sort. No? Decrease and conquer is another strategy. Variation of divide and conquer. It's actually a flavor of divide and conquer. Shows the difference where the problem is reduced by constant or variable amount. That's the difference. Example, insertion sort. No? So when you're sorting, one method of that is insertion. So, and then align themselves and then to become alphabetical, chronological, ascending, descending. Just like that. No? So very easy now to make a decision to find something when it is sorted. So systematic, right? Application sorting, mathematical computation. And then dynamic programming description solve complex problems by breaking them into simpler subproblem and storing the results to avoid redundant computation. So we call it dynamic programming. Solves complex problem, okay? And breaking them into smaller subproblem. Okay? Example, Fibonacci number calculation, knapsack problem. No? Fibonacci is a kind of number system that will solve some problem. No? So that one. Application optimization. So it was used there. No? Bio informatics. No? So Fibonacci. Okay, transform and conquer. So another technique. So problem is transform into another form. Solve and then the solution is reinterpreted. Or transform and conquer. Example. Balance search trees. No? So it's more on searching. Actually, there are many searching. No? Fourier transform. It's a mathematics used in the telecommunication. Fourier transform for signal analysis. No? Going to digital. No? Fourier transform. Laplace transform. Ano? Sa Fourier. No? So there are many, they are transforming equation, which is the behavior of the electrical signals, uh, apply in telecommunications. Used to model the signals. No? Okay, signals representing information. So signal processing, search optimization. So they harness the signals in the electromagnetic theory. No? If you're going to that direction. No? Vector analysis. I'm sorry for sounds like hypothetical. No? So, but that's how these algorithms no, were developed. Okay, these are the reference as well, Carmen. So, algorithm is such a very a useful tool in the area of computers, and then computers apply into telecoms, and then combining communication and computers. Now we have the computer communication and then internet and so on and so forth. No? So, but at the backbone of the lower level, the governing mathematical theory that control the transistors level, billion transistors, trillion transistors, the information technology is this mathematics. Okay, so and then the algorithms, actually mathematics, algorithm is a kind of uh, algorithm is a kind of steps, no? Instruction to harness all those mathematical complexities. Okay, and then putting them into reality. Actually, what is computer? The strength of computer is do it in a very fast way, no? Electron speed, about the speed of light, no? So that's actually computer, but that governs the behavior of signals is this algorithm. And then we learn from this one different programming techniques using the computers. Like I'll give you now, like what we call the uh, uh, the technique in using in the programming. Okay, so we have data structures. So it was used there, no, data structures. So making the program dynamic, static. It depends on the purpose. We have the stacks and queues. So those are the techniques programming use to handle the information, speed up the computer. Okay, so that's all for today. So I'll see you next week. Thank you for being with me. Bye bye.